Good morning. What I'm going to present now is a case study, a case of the entrepreneurship that has been developing during the last years around CD6. CD6 is a research center that belongs to the Technical University of Catalonia, and the acronym is for the Center for Sensors, Instruments and System Development. The acronym is built from the Catalan spelling of the center. So CD6 is located in Terrassa. Terrassa is an industrial city. It's located in the Vallès Occidental. This is one of the high industry and high populated areas near Barcelona. And it also has a very high diversity in the type of industries that are in this area, and also holds university research centers, technological centers, business schools, and so. So it's a perfect site for innovation. And this is where CD6 was created back in 1997. What we do is basically the research in photonics, in optical engineering, but with medium TRLs. So we are focused on delivering industrial solutions, not on making basic research. And we are 37 people, 10 researchers. We have capabilities in optics, mechanics, electronics, software, and we also can have, we develop prototypes and turnkey instruments. And we work in these 4 areas: optical metrology, visual biophotonics, optical design, and color and spectral technology. Not going to enter into detail with them, but you can find information on our website. We are active in technology transfer. In the last 5 years, we have managed over 7 million euros with over 50 different projects. And we have a number of spin-off and patents licensed. And we have customers all over the world, mainly in our geographical area, but also in locations far away from us, like Singapore, Taiwan, Chile, or United States, and so. We work for different sectors, and we work with large companies, well-known, like Hewlett-Packard, Sony, Samsung, or with other companies that are not so well-known. Well, that's it. That was a brief introduction to let you know what is CD6. And this is the map of all our entrepreneurship ventures or adventures that we have gone through in the last years. So let me explain this graph. Here you have, those lines are the years. And as you see, CD6 was created in 1997. And you have here several different types of lines. The red lines show the links between CD6 and startup companies. These are companies that have been created from knowledge developed at CD6. So here you have, for example, Core Technologies, Biometrics, Sensofar, Obstec. So you have a number of companies that have been directly created with knowledge born at CD6. You also have here this kind of discontinuous lines. These are a second wave of new companies. This second wave of new companies have been created in a joint venture between CD6 and one of our spin-off companies to develop a new market. For example, we have here Sensofar. I will explain briefly some of them later. But Sensofar is marketing optical metrology instruments for the industry, for industrial applications. But during the years, they detected an opportunity in the medical sector for metrology. But the technology needs to be reshaped, completed, and that was a joint venture between CD6 and Sensofar that led to the creation of Sensofar Medical. And here we have another example with Quality Plastic Optics and Snell Optics. So continuing with the lines, you have now blue lines. These are subsidiary companies created by our spin-offs that basically to address specific markets. For example, you have Visual Performance Diagnostics in United States, or Shanghai Sensofar in China, Sensofar USA. So you have a number of companies that cover different markets, but strictly for proposal, for commercial purposes. But for us, it's very important because those companies, they have engineers or highly talented people that are selling high-tech products in the market, in those markets that are really far away from our market, from CD6. And they have the capability to identify new opportunities by detecting problems that their instruments or their solutions don't solve. And these are research or innovation opportunities for us. This is the reason why, if you recall the map below before, we have customers in the United States or in Taiwan or in Singapore or in locations that where our center could never undertake commercial actions because we are not large enough. And also there is, you can see here, companies that are not connected with CD6. These companies are from people that work at CD6 that saw all this entrepreneurship that was taking place around them, and this helped them to take the leap, to say, okay, I have an idea, I'm going to create my company, and I'm going to leave the center. They left their activity at CD6, and they started their companies from scratch. But these companies are still keep a link with us because we collaborate. The center has the capability to give them some projects, and we are winning projects because we can combine our knowledge with their experience and technology. So it's a win-win situation. On the other hand, there are things that are happening here as in terms of relationship. For example, Snell Optics and Micropub are collaborating with other companies. So this is an ecosystem that has been grown slowly. We are talking of about almost 20 years. But it's solid and it's creating value every day. Not all these companies are alive. This is something that it's good to tell. For example, our first experience with Core Media Technologies, a company that developed an application for sports, this didn't work. We had been working here with Football Club Barcelona as one of the stakeholders of the company, and we tried to raise capital to develop a prototype, a demonstrator of the technology. We did, but when we tried to industrialize and make the company grow, we failed finding the right investors. So from that first experience, we learn a lot. So from failure, you learn. It's important to, well, it's hard when you fail, it is always. But it's very important to extract the knowledge and to identify where you failed and how you can do things better for the next time. And I think that this helped very much because most of these companies, almost them, are now doing well. Just to show you what these companies do, for example, we have Sensofar, as I say, they develop high-performance non-contact metrology instruments to be applied in, this is, for example, one instrument that is used in a lab, but they have also online technology. We have a company in the medical sector, it's Visiometrics, that is commercializing an innovative instrument to evaluate the optical quality of the eye. Or Snell Optics, developing specialized photometry instruments, Micropub, control electronic boards. Sensofar Medical, this is the application of the metrological technology of Sensofar in the medical sector. We have a company in Chile that are remote telescopes that are controlled via internet. Or, for example, the latest company we have set up 2 years ago, that's Bimaging. This is a prototype, but Bimaging is commercializing a LiDAR system to be applied in the automotive industry. So these are, as you can see, different companies working in different markets. And these are the companies that are connected with the red line. So they have been born directly from knowledge from CD6. So just to put some figures to that map, in 2008, the global turnover of those companies was above 15 million euros, with over 70 employees, with launching more than 20 new products in the market, protected but with patents. They have a pretty rate of exports. And what's important for us, they have reference customers. These companies have been able to sell technology to NASA, to some Fraunhofer institutes, to Sony, Mitsubishi, Mitutoyo, Mayo Clinic, Hewlett Packard, Apple, Google also. So this is what we are proud. We are a small center. We have a number of small companies, but they sell high-value products. And as a center, we keep 3 levels of links with them. Our researchers are shareholders of those companies. So our researchers are involved in creating those companies and in pushing their knowledge into the market. Also, there is a licensing strategy because all the patents that protect those technologies are property of our university. And our university licensed those patents to those companies in a very soft conditions so that they can grow easily and fast. And also, and this is, I would say, at the commercial arena, we are still a valid source of research for those companies. So we keep research contracts with them. But I must say that those companies are absolutely free to decide to what center or to what company they want to in charge or collaborate for their innovation. And the last slide is key factors. One of the key factors is the organization culture. The researchers that created CD6, they had a long tradition of connection with industry. They came, some of them, from the private industry, and they had this entrepreneurship spirit that has propagated to all the members of the center. Also, we understand research as a part of the business. So we do research because we want a third party to to get profit from our research. We have a long-term relation with industrial partners. We are a customer-oriented organization. And also these 2 points are very important. If you have near yourself a colleague that has already started a company, you can follow what happens in that company from a very close point of view. And that helps you to understand how a new company works, what are the difficulties, what you need to set up a company, when is the right moment, who are the right allies, and so. And also, if that colleague sits by you at the center, it's very easy to share experiences and to try to get his help to help you in your new venture. So what we are doing now, I'm not going to enter into detail because I'm out of time, I think. But we are now trying to set up an incubator focused on companies that use photonic technologies. We have raised a few resources at this moment, and we expect in the next year or year and a half to have set up a small infrastructure to help all entrepreneurs that their products or their services involve optical technologies. And this is not only for CD6 researchers, but will be open to any person. Here you have my contact data, so any question, I will be glad to share and to talk to anybody.